We're living in tough times. The outbreak of COVID-19 has drastically affected our routines, habits, and livelihood. Many of us are feeling stressed, anxious, and don't have much clarity about the future. If you're new here, hi, my name is Dr. Erwin Kwun. I'm an NHS doctor working in general practice. I'd like to do something interesting before I show you the 3 ways I'm looking after my well-being. First thing first, go ahead and smash the like button to show your support to this channel. Second thing, I'd like you to pause this video and write down exactly one thing that you're doing to look after your well-being during this crisis. It will be interesting to see when you watch this video if we have any commonalities as to how we're looking after our well-being. Without further ado, here are the 3 things I'm doing to look after my well-being. First thing I'm doing to look after my well-being is to focus on my support network. Our support network is key, especially when we're dealing with something that's challenging. When we're having to weather a storm, it's so important that we have a good support network. The second thing I'm doing to look after my well-being is to prioritize sleep. Sleep is a crucial part of our recovery and how we recharge ourselves. So it's important that we make sure that we sleep well. So I'm focusing on my 8 hours of sleep, especially in this stressful time. It's so important that I make sure that I recharge myself. The third thing I'm doing to look after my well-being is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is something that's important, especially if you're having to deal with a lot of stress. Mindfulness can help you to create a sense of stillness in this busyness. Studies have shown time and time again the importance of cultivating a strong, healthy relationship for our well-being. We know that when we are lonely, when we don't have a good support network, it affects our well-being. Especially in this time of crisis, when people are in isolation, it's important that we don't neglect our relationship. And with technology, it's so easy to connect with our family members, our friends. Doctors are human beings, and we also feel stress, we also feel anxious, and we also have doubts and fear. This is why it's so important to be part of a group who's going to support you, especially for this tough time. And it's going to be more difficult in the coming weeks with the rising number of death toll and the pressure on the NHS. So personally, I've joined a group, a support network group, where I meet with other people online. So with technology, it's easy to connect online with other people. So we share our difficulties, we share our challenges, and we support each other. So it's very important that you make sure that you're part of a support network as a doctor, as a healthcare worker, to make sure that when you're facing these difficult times, when you're feeling stressed, you have a space where you can express yourself, where you can feel that you're understood, you're listened, and you can be supported by other members in the same team of healthcare workers. I'd highly recommend that you join a group so that you have a solid support network. If you don't have any group that you can think about, you can join, then you could create your own group and then ask other colleagues to join in. So you can do it on Zoom or Skype. So you have a schedule where you meet weekly and you discuss things that's been going on, challenges, and you support each other. It's a very difficult time that we're living, and the way that we're going to cope with this is by having each other's back. The second thing I'm doing to look after my well-being is to prioritize sleep. Sleep is a crucial part of our health. If we don't sleep well, then we're going to have a very difficult day because we'll feel groggy and we won't be at our optimum when we perform at work. Studies have shown that sleep deprivation has a detrimental effect on our immune system. So in this time of crisis, when a lot of people are afraid that they can catch this bug, they can become ill, it's important that you prioritize your sleep if you want to optimize your health and make sure that you can do everything that's in your control to prioritize your sleep. So make sure that you focus on having enough sleep and making sure that I'm having at least 8 hours of sleep every day. Last but not least is to practice mindfulness. Mindfulness has been a game-changing practice in my life. When I started practicing mindfulness, I've seen so much benefits in my life. People who practice mindfulness are able to regulate their emotion. they feel less stress and they feel more at peace with themselves. So in this time of stress and where you're feeling that you might feel that you're overstretched, it's important that you have this practice, you cultivate a practice of mindfulness. It could be just simple breathing. Deep breathing can help, and studies have shown that when you practice deep breathing, when you practice slow breath, it can actually cause you to feel less nervous because it stimulates the vagus nerve and it stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system so that you feel less stress. A usual breathing technique I use is the box breathing. Box breathing is a simple exercise that you can do to relax yourself. So the first step is to take a deep breath in for 4 seconds and then hold your breath for 4 seconds, and then you breathe out for 4 seconds, and then you hold your breath again for 4 seconds. So you've just completed a box breathing by take a deep breath in for 4 seconds and then hold your breath for 4 seconds, deep breath out for 4 seconds, and then hold your breath. So that's a box. You can repeat that 5 to 6 times, and you feel that once you've done that, you'll feel more relaxed, more at ease, and more in the present moment. So mindfulness is important in this time of stress. Try to practice mindfulness and give it a go. There are apps that you can use to practice mindfulness, such as Insight Timer, Headspace, Calm. Try one of these and see whether it is beneficial for you. Let's recap on the 3 things I'm doing to look after my well-being. First thing I'm doing is to cultivate a strong support network. We know that the coming weeks are going to be tough and more stressful, so having a support network, joining a group is going to be very useful. It's going to be a space where you can express your concerns, express anything that's challenging, and then listen to other people's perspective, feeling that you're listened and understood. Having a space to actually share and support each other, especially for your emotional well-being, it's important to have this support network. Second thing I'm doing to look after my well-being is to prioritize on my sleep. Sleep is such a good thing actually for our body, and when you prioritize your sleep, you're getting sufficient sleep. It's going to recharge your body. You'll feel more refreshed when you wake up in the morning. It's also going to boost your immunity. Third thing I'm doing for my well-being is to practice mindfulness more frequently. Mindfulness is good to manage stress. It is very good to actually practice mindfulness when you can. So I hope you find this video useful. If you know anybody who's going to find this video useful, please share this video to one of your colleagues. Take care everybody. Bye bye.